The following contest with a time limit of 15 minutes is scheduled for one fall. And it is the #1 contenders match for the TIW Championship.
From the wastelands of Helheim, weighing 260 pounds, Tyrek! New York, weighing 245 pounds, Jimmy
This match is determined the #1 contender for the TIW Championship for our next show. And a strong statement made by Jimmy Limits right off the bat. Of course, Tyrek's entrance, he starts with a shield out through the curtain to the back. Jimmy Limits came through with a garbage can lid.
Yeah, he came through with a garbage can lid, clearly mocking his opponent. But then as soon as he stepped to the curtain, he was all business.
Absolutely, spiking it to the ground.
Very serious expression on his face. He lost his #1 contenders match last month. He's getting another #1 contenders match this month because of the unique circumstances of that match going over time, but the draw not being called. He does not want to give up two #1 contenders opportunities in a row. And this is a big challenge he has ahead of him, so he has to be laser focused and very serious.
Absolutely, we've seen that almost an attitude change from both members of the Echo Boomers right after the end of the last match of the last show. Both Fox and Jimmy Limits came out of the ring, not in their usual garb, no fireworks, nothing, just walked through the ring, very deadpan, very focused. Fox walked through the ring, Limits just kind of faded on back. And as I say that, Limits goes back to his normal shtick, but definitely a difference in focus. They know when to turn it up for important matches, and this is definitely going to be it for Jimmy Limits.
Yeah, I think so. And like I said, we saw some kind of underhanded tactics by Fox Vineyard. Jimmy Limits didn't seem to want to get involved in it, but he didn't exactly try and stop his partner either. So I'm interested to see what Jimmy Limits' attitude and mindset is going to be in this very important #1 contender match.
Kind of mutual understanding here too. They remain friends and partners, it seems, despite their match last week. What happens if Jimmy Limits wins here and then
Fox wins the title?
Yeah.
I mean, they faced off for the #1 contendership, so they could just face off for the championship. That would be a very interesting scenario for sure.
Limits jumping around, trying to get the car into it, jumping on the ring, not the bottom rope. It's a much better place for him to jump, as we learned.
Much more stable. Much less likely to snap.
Absolutely. And Tyrek, we know his pedigree here at TIW. Just left a trail of bodies in his wake, to be honest.
Well, the sportsman kind, he's just kind of exploring. See if he takes the bait here.
Is it bait or is it
bait at all?
honest?
No, it could just be a sportsman-like handshake.
Oh.
Or not.
Wow. Another strong statement from Limits and the aggression. I know what I have to do to win, he says. After a series of double axe handles to the back, runs in with that uppercut.
Talking to himself more than to the crowd. He's trying to hype himself up. He's screaming, I'm beating Tyrek.
Ooh, the whole ring shaking again on that one.
This ring is just sliding around here. My God, it goes even further.
Slap to the ears. And Limits is ready for this.
Tyrek showing no fear here against, Jimmy Limits showing no fear here against Tyrek.
The strength of Tyrek, though, we're going to see it on display throughout this match, I'm sure. Holding onto the rope and stopping the attempt by Limits there. Reversing into his own. It's Limits off the rope, stuffs onto the clothesline. And flying tackle. Comes up with a pinfall. Tyrek gets out right about a 2.
Yeah, it looks like it was a flying forearm there by Jimmy Limits. Caught Tyrek right on the jaw, and it's ever since that beginning handshake, Tyrek has been taken on the back foot for sure.
Hey, he wasn't ready for that onslaught by Limits, it looked like.
Limits going in, tries for a bicycle kick.
Lands awkwardly. Going for the avalanche. They're really early, maybe.
Maybe too early, because Jimmy Limits fighting out of it here.
He's did a great job blocking it. For his efforts, he's rewarded with a couple of rights now to the side of the face. Big, strong suplex. Just about bounced the ref out of the ring there.
Yeah, the ring just, I think, jumped 3 inches in the air.
Yeah.
I don't know if this ring can handle these two in it. Moving in every direction, including up.
It's already broken it once.
Tyrek jumping up, driving 2 knees right between the shoulder blades of Jimmy Limits.
Jumping up to get all the momentum and then using the top rope to pull himself further momentum into the back.
Just driving through Jimmy Limits.
260 pounds of muscle. Now in the other corner, the ring moves another few inches to adjust. And again.
We're gonna have to move the first row back by the end of this match because the ring's gonna be there.
All the impact that Tyrek adds to all those side slam. Now goes for a very lackadaisical pinfall. It's a 2 count out of it though.
Chest press not gonna be enough. Jimmy Limits able to roll over the shoulder fairly easily. Tyrek not happy.
Tyrek knows how to get every bit of force out of every move he delivers.
But again, that is the thing about Tyrek. He's all high impact. He doesn't have necessarily that technical mind or the idea of hooking pinfalls or trying to get the most out of him.
Who needs it when you can catch him on the cross body attempt and then slam him to the mat?
245 pounds out of midair. Jimmy Limits just barely kicking out at 2 again.
Yeah, we talk about the size of Tyrek. He's not that much larger than Jimmy Limits. 3 inches and
15 pounds.
Yeah, not much.
That's really not a big difference. Tyrek is a big man, but so is Jimmy Limits.
Yeah. It's easy to lose track of that. What was the Limits next to Fox?
And you can see that Jimmy has, or you can argue that Jimmy has a speed advantage over Tyrek too.
Going for the senton. Tyrek's able to roll out of the way though. Off the ropes himself. That boot. Kind of stomping Jimmy to the ground.
Yeah, just driving him into the mat.
Going for a splash. Limits is able to roll out of the way. Both these men know each other's moves pretty well here.
Very fast-paced match so far between the 2 big men.
They've both been around since the start of TNW. Big uppercut there for Jimmy Limits. Gonna say they know their offense as well. Goes for the cover 2. And Limits beside himself when he did not get that pinfall. Of course, if he does, he becomes the #1 contender. And has a shot at our next show to be the champion. Crowd trying to rally behind Limits here. Trying to rally himself really back into this. Both men to their feet. Goes for that bicycle kick again. He's dodging it. This Tyrek, he's got him up again.
We're going for the avalanche here.
Same thing we saw earlier.
Jimmy
Limits
fights out.
breaks free.
Comes in for a vertical suplex. Tyrek blocking it though.
Great block by Tyrek again.
And it's just a little bit too much weight for Jimmy Limits to get over.
Oh,
God, just levels him right to the jaw.
Through every bit of his body.
I don't know how Jimmy Limits is still standing, but this could be it here. He's picking him up. Could be going for the avalanche. Oh my God, he connects.
all of it
With
and then
authority.
some. Rolls him up, 2, and that'll do it.
Tyrek is the #1 contender.
And winner of the match and #1 contender for the PIW Championship, Tyrek.
Tyrek getting the win over Jimmy Littis was one of the most definitive avalanches I think we've ever seen. He just threw him.
Delivered that no problem to a 245-pound man, mind you.
Of course, of that, it's just too much for Jimmy Littis.
So our next and last match of the evening, Tyrek will be watching, very interested.
Yeah, but he's going to be watching this one closely for sure. PIW title match coming up next. And the winner of that match will face this man next month at November Knockout.
Hard fought match with Jimmy Limit, so it's got to be frustrating now. Two weeks in a row.
Two #1 contender losses, 2 months in a row.
He's admitting it.
Realizing Tyrek is just too much for him.
And one other question going forward, is this going to be the last we see of Jimmy Limits tonight, or is he going to, his tag team partner's got this championship match against TV, is he going to pop back in?
That's a very good question.
Look forward as we head to our main event of the evening, but for now, Tyrek moves on as the #1 contender. He'll have a championship opportunity, his first opportunity to that title. I think he looks focused and intense usually. You know he's going to bring it.